Thank you for joining me. In this tutorial, you'll learn to stop comma splicing. Take a look at this piece of writing. Can you work out what's wrong with it? I'll give you a clue. It's something to do with the way it's been punctuated. Yes, the writer has used 3 commas in places where a full stop should have been used instead. This is a grammatical mistake that is known as the comma splice. To understand what a comma splice is, we need to identify all the independent clauses that have been written. An independent clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb and make sense on its own. Let's highlight each one. Sam was woken by the noise. It was loud. He opened the curtains. A projectile had landed in the front garden. Luckily, it had missed the pond and was now sticking out of the lawn. Sam put on his dressing gown and headed downstairs. There are 6 independent clauses here. Each should end with a full stop. Let's see if that's the case. Oh dear, only 3 full stops. That means there are 3 comma splice mistakes. So what can we do about those comma splice mistakes? Well, the obvious thing is to replace those commas with full stops. This makes it grammatically correct, but the paragraph doesn't really flow very well. The sentences feel too short. Sam was woken by a noise. It was loud. He opened the curtains. A projectile had landed in the front garden. Luckily, it had missed the pond and was now sticking out of the lawn. Sam put on his dressing gown and headed downstairs. Instead, we could connect some of those sentences with a comma plus a fanboys connector. Sam was woken by a noise and it was loud. He opened his curtains. A projectile had landed in the front garden, but luckily it had missed the pond and was now sticking out of the lawn. Sam put on his dressing gown and went downstairs. That sounds better. Let's see if you can spot the comma splice mistakes in this piece of writing. Let's highlight all the independent clauses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we should have 6 full stops. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh dear. We've obviously got 2 comma splice mistakes here. We can either rectify this by adding full stops, or we can use fanboys connectors after the comma. I woke up early this morning, so I headed out for a jog in the park. It was pouring with rain and I got drenched. My shoes, socks, shirt and shorts were soaked through. When I got home, I enjoyed a warm, invigorating shower. That reads better. So, from now on, make sure you don't do any more comma splicing. When you've written an independent clause, put a full stop, not a comma. Alternatively, if you'd prefer to join that sentence with the next one, use a comma, then add a fanboys connector.